So get this straight, yeah? The thing is, if you have a mess, you gotta clean it up. You got to. You have to. So, if the world population made a big mess, or more than one actually, how come only some of us are actually cleaning it when it's actually every human being that made that mess, even the ones of the past? Seriously? If you want to be mature and an actual adult, take your own advice. Clean up the mess you made. Parents, hopefully you know what I'm talking about. If you've made a mess, what do you do when you're in a room that has a mess? You clean it up yourself. You don't need to clean up after people. Not exactly. You just have to make sure everyone recognizes to clean up after themselves. And I've been trying to do that for myself. I have to admit this. I'm not perfect. Nobody is. Imperfection is overrated. Perfection is overrated. Imperfection, well, it doesn't even need to be rated. Think about it. To be imperfect is just perfect. To be imperfect is perfect. So to be perfect is imperfect. What I'm trying to say is there's no perfection. That's false. That's a lie. There's no such thing as perfect at all. However, imperfection, all that stuff that makes the world unique, you know, wild or um, uh, unpredictable or whatever. So much so. You know, all that. It's just beautiful. Think of it this way: you're watching from a faraway distance. Nobody's dying in this. You're watching from a faraway distance, and you see an avalanche, and you're like, "Oh, whoa!" Now that's a little bit of chaos, natural chaos. You'll know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about that one video. Natural chaos. It's beautiful. Unnatural chaos, however, is not. It's ugly. Track it down, I guess. We just went from freedom all the way to here. Yikes. Wow, I gotta stay on topic. Freedom. Facts. Facts is similar to truth. It's related. It's a more, facts are based on truth, and truth is based on the facts of the matter. That's one of the meaning of life. You got to get the facts in order to know something, to actually know about it. To actually be for sure, you have to actually know if it's possible. You can't just rely on something that someone else says. Get multiple opinions, more than just two, more than just three. You need multiple. You never know, you might find out stuff. Heck, even ask random people. It might help out. Feeling. In order to be human and experience life, in order to know the meaning of life, you have to actually feel. Feelings are good. It actually tells you that you're able to feel anything at all. Now, I know I'm getting a little off topic on this one, but for those of you who are labeled as tough guys, come on. Even a gorilla can be gentle to a kitten. Even though a kitten can just be as mean as a gorilla. you get you get the point, okay? You got to be you got to know that you can be as gentle and a giant in your own way. No, you don't have to always be tough. You don't have to. Sorry about that. You don't have to be tough all the time, all the dang time, huh? Here's the thing about people being labeled soft. Sand is soft, and yet there's such thing as quicksand, and sand that can kill you. I'm not saying this is a threat or anything like that. I'm saying it like this. Stone can become pebbles and rocks. And, rocks and mountains and all that. If you look through a geological spectrum, how everything's processed. Mountains become rocks, rocks become stones, and so on and so forth. Eventually, it becomes sand or something small like that, or something similar. And that sand eventually, along the way, becomes a mountain or goes somewhere else. If you want to be tough, go ahead. I can do this all day. If you want to be tough as a tree, you have to know that trees eventually crumble. They are turned to dust or whatever, and that dust makes and is reborn in new plants and stuff. Come on, I dare you. I dare you to say otherwise, because believe it or not, if you're labeled soft, let's get something straight here. It's okay. Alright? It's okay. Because eventually you can be tough and soft. Like a mountain is, and how it becomes. Sand, in its multiple forms, is so strong and tough. Sandstorms. So, would you rather be a rock slide or a sandstorm? Ask this question. A rock slide is just rocks sliding down a hill, destructive, just one here and one there. Sandstorms, they spread out and are huge and are major. And yet they're just sand. They're just sand. What I'm getting at is nobody's tough. Anyone can become non-tough. And anyone can become tough. Even though they're not. My point being, in any situation of any kind, you're just talking smack if you think that you're saying you're tougher than someone else. But if you're saying you're tough to yourself, for yourself, saying that you're strong, saying that you're invincible, saying that you can do the best you can, that's good. You're saying it to yourself. You're not showing it off. You're not flaunting it. Yes. Anyways, I'll be right back.